I'm making this documentary for Miss Becker because she's also leaving to go teach in Arlington, and I don't want her to leave either because so many of our teachers this year are leaving, and now we won't get the satisfaction of coming and visiting you next year, but I'm glad that we got to have you for your last year, Miss Becker. Thank you so much.
My favorite thing about Miss Becker has always been her hospitality towards the students. If you genuinely put an effort into her class, she'll reciprocate that same demeanor towards you. She'll put effort into making sure that you're getting the grades and the education that you need and deserve.
My favorite thing about Miss Becker is her enthusiasm towards the subject of algebra, because it's always fun to have a teacher who likes what she's doing.
Yeah, I guess my favorite thing about Miss Becker is how she runs the class, I guess, because like she keeps everything really organized and everything's like in a specific way to do it, and it makes it really easy to follow what's going on in class.
My favorite thing about Miss Becker would have to be the fact that she's funny and she's really snappy sometimes. Whenever people are like goofing out, she goes, "Hey, you want to fail? No, then work." And that's what I really like about Miss Becker.
My favorite thing about Miss Becker is that she always like full on explains how to do something when you don't know how to do it, and so like you always know what you're doing.
My favorite thing about Miss Becker is that she can handle irresponsible students with a reasonable level of snark and discipline at the same time. It's the perfect balance.
Okay. My favorite thing about Ms. Becker is how genuine she is as a person. I can tell like she really cares about both her students and actually teaching them. And she has like really high expectations out of us, which I really appreciate like, coming from a teacher.
She's really nice and a good teacher and always made sure we understood everything and got good grades, and I really like her.
She's very like caring and giving, and like she was always there like to teach me whenever I needed her, but like not just for teaching purposes. She was always there for like, other purposes as well. She's just an overall good grade.
The easiest thing that we've learned this year is probably synthetic division. So that's
Probably like the logs and exponent stuff, because you don't really have to do any math. You just flip it over, like give it 6x, and the other side just 5 both sides by 6. And you don't have to like figure out what log is. You can just leave it in there and leave the whole thing. So it's like log 3 minus 4 divided by 6. Then you just plug it in the calculator, and then that's your answer, rather than actually trying to math.
Alright, the easiest thing I've learned in Miss Becker's class was her name. That was honestly it. The rest of this class has been a bit challenging.
My least or the hardest thing that we had to learn this year was the square roots and the cubed roots and the fourth roots, because then you started adding variables, and that was not fair because the variables just didn't have to be in there. So yay!
This year was the notebooks. I just didn't like them.
Alright, the hardest thing we learned this year is like radical formulas and then exponents and stuff like that.
For me, the hardest thing this year was probably imaginary numbers.
The most difficult thing we had to do this year was the systems of equations with 3 variables and 3 equations. It was horrible. There were numbers everywhere.
Come stop the crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight now. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. Don't you cry. For one so small, it seems so strong.